Alrighty, so we're going to do surface area and volume intermediate. Let's see what we have going here. First thing is what is the surface area of this cone? Again, surface area of the cone, you're going to carefully find that formula on your formula sheet and be careful to type it in correctly. Pi r squared plus pi RL, and then we have to define our variables. What is our radius and what is our slant height? So if you look very carefully on your picture, on your formula sheet, you're going to see that your radius is from the center out. So over here under radius, I'm going to put in the 5, but then I'm going to divide it by 2. Because 5 is my diameter, excuse me. When I divide it by 2, it gives me a 2.5 radius, which is exactly what I need. Then again, when you look at your picture on your formula sheet, the slant height is this side right here. So it is not 8, it is actually 10. Your L is 10. So again, use your formula sheets to the best of your ability and you will get your answers. There is B. Okay, so now let's go on to the next one. This one says, Timothy built a wooden square-based pyramid for history class and he needs to buy enough gold paper to cover it. So that means he is looking for surface area here. Okay, the base length is 2.5 and the slant height is 1.5. So again, I'm going to go straight to my formula sheet. I know I'm looking for surface area, so I'm going to very carefully put in the surface area formula, which is 1/2 LP plus capital B. Now I have to define things. So L equals, P equals, and capital B equals. So let's go back to L. If you look super carefully on your formula sheet, you'll see L is that slanted height there. So that means your L is 1.5. P stands for perimeter. Perimeter of your base. And your base is a square. So you know that one side of that square is 2.5. So you're going to add it 4 times. 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5. You could also do 2.5 times 4 because we know our base is a square, and in 8th grade it will always be a square. Big B is the area of the base. Okay, big B is the area of the base. And again, if your base is a square, it's going to be length times width. So all you have to do is take that number you used for perimeter, 2.5, and multiply it by itself, 2.5, and that gives you the area of your base. So with all that being said, the surface area, or the amount of gold paper needed to wrap that square base pyramid, is going to be 13.75 feet squared. Okay, I didn't do a very good job drawing my number there, but that is a 13.75. Okay. Don't let these things scare you. Don't let the slant height scare you. It's in the picture. Don't let the P, the perimeter of the base. All you're going to do is find the side length of the base and add it 4 times. That's all you have to do. Then once you have that perimeter, you just take the same number and multiply it times itself, and that gives you the area of the base. So it'll work for you every time. Let's see what's next. I haven't read this one yet. So it says a paperweight mold in the shape of a square-based pyramid is filled with molten glass. How many cubic inches of molten glass are needed to fill the paperweight? That means we are looking for volume. So let's come right over here. I'm going to look on my formula sheet, find my formula. I'm going to be careful and make sure I get it right. So I need 1/3 capital BH. Look at your formula sheet so you know again what that H is. You don't want to pick the wrong number. H is my height. My height in this picture is 4. And my base of a square base pyramid has to be length times width. And we know the side is 3 inches, so we multiply that by 3. So that gives me a volume equal to 12 inches cubed, because how much it can hold is always cubed. All right, not hard. You can do this. I believe you can do it. All right, next thing. It says the Great Pyramid of Giza, Egypt, is a square-based pyramid. It was constructed in 2056 BC out of limestone. The length of one side of the base is 755, so a side. So if we have a base here, it's 755 feet on one side, so that means every side is 755. It has a height of 481 feet and a slant height of 610. Again, use your formula sheet, look at the pictures, use the pictures there to figure out what's the difference between height and slant height, etc. Now, it says about how much interior space did the Egyptians have to place the tobs and worship their beloved leaders. I think that should be tombs, not tobs, but anyway. Interior space, so that is definitely volume. So I'm going to go ahead and actually just delete these measurements, and I know the volume of a square base pyramid is 1/3 big B times height. Big B is going to be side times side, so 755 times 755. That's going to be a very big number. And my height was given to me as 481 feet. So my answer is right up here on the right. It would be, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. So let's count what has 8 numbers. Looks like it's this one right here. 91394000. We have 8. They have 6, but probably a rounding error for some reason, but we've got it. So, all right, that's your answer. Not hard at all. Don't let the giant numbers scare you. Just take your time. Make sure you know that the area of a base is side times side, okay, because the area of a square is length times width. And make sure you use the height, the H. That's what's in the formula, not the L, not the slant height. And then you'll have your answer. All right, looks like we've gotten to the advanced stuff. So that'll be the next